I'm going down to the house of sausage. I got my barbecue shoes on. I'm going down to the house of sausage. I got
Welcome
my
to
barbecue
BBQPitBoys.com. Today we're going to do some crab cakes on the grill. And they're real easy to do. Now, the recipe I'm doing today calls for a couple of pounds of crab meat. And you want to get the best you can. And today I had some blue crab. This happens to be Maryland blue crab. And I've got both lump, like you see here, which is the money of this recipe, real expensive. And I had some of that claw meat right there. And I like to use a combination. Now, you're also going to need some butter for this recipe. You're going to need a couple cloves of garlic, a couple of eggs. Here I've got some cayenne pepper. You're going to need a teaspoon or two of fresh lemon. And here I've got some scallion or green onions, maybe a couple tablespoons. Here I've got some panko breadcrumbs. And you're going to need about a cup and a half to 2 cups. Depends upon if you're using plain breadcrumbs or panko. And you're going to need a half a cup of mayonnaise. So get yourself some good mayo. And you're going to need some pepper and some salt to taste. All right, now let's put this together. Now, crab meat, especially blue crab meat, is a real sweet, mild-tasting seafood. Real good eating. If you've never had crab cakes before, you definitely got to check these out. All right, now to get this recipe going here, I've got that 1/2 cup mayo. The mayonnaise is used to help bind all this crab meat together because crab cakes we make around here about 95%, maybe 98% all crab, the way a crab cake should be. Now you want to add a couple cloves of minced garlic, a couple of tablespoons of finely chopped green onion or scallion, and you're going to need a couple of eggs. Now, like I said, this is for a 2-pound batch of crab cake, and you don't need to do 2 pounds. You can do 1 pound, just reduce the ingredients by half. Now, here I've got some cayenne pepper, and this here is a real essential to this recipe. A little bit of heat. That'll help balance the real sweet, buttery taste of these crab cakes. Now, I'm going to use about 1 teaspoon. Now, you're also going to want to add about maybe a teaspoon and a half, maybe 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. Now, what you won't see in this recipe is Worcestershire sauce or mustard, because you're talking about some of the most expensive meat in the world. I mean, it's not quite as expensive as Kobe beef, but it's expensive. And it's because crab is a real labor intensive in order to get the meat out of it. So this blue crab is some good eating. Hold Worcestershire and mustard. All right, now I'm going to add the breadcrumbs here to this mixture and get the consistency I want. And like I said, I'm using panko, and this is a real good breadcrumb here. And give it a good mix. It's probably about a cup and a half in there. Man, nothing like crab cakes at Pit. Now this is what I'm going to add a little bit of butter. I'm going to put a little more of that sweet buttery taste into this mix. And doing this with the mayonnaise and the breadcrumb is going to, like I said, help bind all the crab meat together. All right, that's just about mixed enough. Now I'm going to add that 1 pound of blue crab claw meat and about 1 pound of that blue crab lump. Now the lump, as I said, is the money. That's the most expensive part of crab. And then a little salt and pepper to taste. Now there's only one way to mix it, and that's with your hands. You don't want to break down those nice chunks of lump blue crab in there. And now you want to form a ball, and this is a little bit smaller than a cue ball, and then flatten it out slightly for pan frying. Now these 2-pound batch of blue crab meat here is going to make us maybe up to 12 cakes, and I'm going to make 6 of them first. Now the best way to do this is work with these ingredients cold, because this will all bind together a lot easier. That's alright, don't worry. There'll be lumps of wanting to be falling out, but when you start pan frying it, it'll all come together real good. Now I've eaten a lot of crab cakes over the years, tried pretty much anybody's recipe. Like I said, a lot of them are calling for Worcestershire, and I do like Worcestershire, and they're calling for mustard, even bell pepper. I don't know, just covering up that awesome taste, that real expensive crab meat. Go figure. Get yourself some good crab meat, you do it this way. Now, buttering up this pan, like I said, I'm going to put about 6 of these on there. And we're going to pan fry these directly over the coals. And it won't take long, because crab meat is actually already pasteurized. It's already been heated. In a way, it's been partially cooked. So you just want to get a nice searing on both sides of these crab cakes. Maybe cook them about 150 degrees internal. But you'll know where they're done. Now that pan's getting good and hot. Whoa, there's some good eating gonna happen right there. Now we'll put the cover on. All right. A few minutes has gone by. Now I'm going to turn this pan around here because the pan is heating unevenly. The charcoal wasn't spread out as much as it should have been. So I'm just going to easily flip it around. And then I'm going to sear the other sides of 3 of these crab cakes until the other crab cakes get seared the way I like them. Now, of course, you can do this in your kitchen, as most people do their crab cakes. But you're going to add another layer of flavor. You do them on a grill like this. A little slight smoky flavor is going to get into these cakes. Makes them real good. Again, you flip them. Brown them on the other side. Oh. Heaven help. All right. Say these crab cakes are done. It's been about 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. Your time will vary depending on how hot your charcoal is. And I'm going to reheat some of that butter too. Now you can serve your cakes up any way you want. You know, put them on some lettuce like this. Serve them with some fries, some coleslaw. You want to have some condiments around. And the way we like to do it around here is put one on a bun. Man, blue crab cake on a bun. A little bit of that tartar sauce. Now that's a fillet of fish. Heated up that butter.
got my barbecue shoes
Ooh-wee.
on. Gonna throw up some legs and get some barbecue action.
Well, as always, you sure as hell know I'm going to try some of this in front of you, and I do apologize.
My stomach just went to Memphis, baby.
It's good. So the next time you're looking for a recipe for your barbecue, you check out the BBQ Pit Boys.com.